Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday, January 28th, 2010 edition of the Logan Sports Talk Show. I'm the host, Logan Miller. We got a new theme song. We used to use "Wanna Know" by Obi Trice. We are now using "My Time" by Fabulous and Jeremiah. That's it. Alright, so we got a couple of new things to talk about today. Some new stories coming up right about now. First thing, Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton have been suspended for the remainder of the year by Commissioner David Stern after the gun dispute about gambling or something on their team plane. They got into a dispute. Supposedly guns were drawn, and they've now both been suspended for the rest of the year. In other news in the NBA, Spurs' Tony Parker will be out for the next couple of games with a high ankle sprain. He's supposed to miss 2 to 3 games. That's it. He'll be back. The Jets, we all know they're out of the playoffs, but we also learned today that Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez may consider off-season surgery on his patella ligament, which he hurt in his last year at USC. He has got in touch with Dr. James Andrews, who is well known throughout the sports world for helping players deal with ligament problems. Well known for baseball with Tommy John surgery. So supposedly the two of them have been talking, may have surgery, but Mike Tannenbaum, the GM for the Jets, expects him to be 100% for training camp. Other news, ESPN has named their top prospects for baseball this year. The prestigious honor, which was held last year by Mike Wieters, the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles, who gave a very impressive performance last year, and the year before to Evan Longoria, who won AL Rookie of the Year. This year it is Jason Hayward, an outfielder for the Braves. Last year he worked his way up from single A ball to triple A ball, hit .323, 17 home runs in 99 games. A lot of people are considering him to be one of the top prospects seen within the last couple of years. He's got Steven Strasburg, a guy who people say could go down as the best pitcher of all time, but he is ranked higher than Steven Strasburg. This guy, they say, has that Hall of Fame caliber build to him, and he just has a great demeanor on the field and is very comfortable above all the other players. So you can check him out. Wait for him, Jason Hayward. They're expecting him to possibly even be on the open day roster for the Braves this year. I'm sure he'll get some major league playing time, and you can check him out. All right, next order of business, we have NBA All-Star Game. The reserves have been announced. We already knew from the East we had Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, Dwayne Wade, and Allen Iverson. He didn't deserve it. That was ridiculous. But the moral of the story is he's in. And then from the West, we got Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, and your center, Tim Duncan. Now, for the reserves from the East, we have Rajon Rondo from the Celtics, Joe Johnson from the Hawks, Chris Bosh from the Raptors, Paul Pierce from the Celtics, Gerald Wallace from the Bobcats, Derrick Rose from the Bulls, Al Horford from the Hawks. All those guys are having good years, but I think there's one person not on this list that definitely deserved it. That's David Lee. I mean, being a Knicks fan, I've been able to see him firsthand over the past couple of years. This guy not only deserves to be in the All-Star game, he's probably the most improved player in the NBA this year. Last year, he really didn't have much defense, and he didn't have a jump shot. This offseason, he worked on his jump shot, he worked on his defense, and has become a huge threat to any team when the Knicks are playing. He is the reason the Knicks have a chance for the playoffs this year, and he is the only reason that they are still alive in the playoff hunt for that 8th spot in the East. He's averaging 19 points a game, 11 rebounds a game. He has 27 double-doubles on the year. I really think his stats are better than some of these guys who got in as reserves, and he's playing for a below 500 team. I really think he deserves it. That was the guy, in my opinion, that got snuffed. Now on to the West. We have Dirk Nowitzki from the Dallas Mavericks, Kevin Garnett from the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brandon Roy from the Portland Trailblazers, Chris Paul from the New Orleans Hornets, Darren Williams from the Utah Jazz, Paul Gasol from the Lakers, and the former Knick, Zach Randolph, from the Memphis Grizzlies. The one guy I think that could have just got onto this that didn't, Chris Kaman. Chris Kaman, the center for the Los Angeles Clippers. He is averaging 20 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. Only 3 other players in the NBA are doing that, including David Lee. And you know what? The Clippers nobody had any respect for the Clippers before this season. We're starting to give them a little respect back, and the main reason for that is Chris Kaman. He really stepped it up this year. He showed us that he is all-star worthy, but he did not get in, and I think that's almost a disgrace that Allen Iverson gets in over David Lee and Chris Kaman. Not cool. Um, Next order of business. If you live in New York, this is we're going to talk about what to watch tomorrow. If you live in New York, the SNY Invitational, or actually if you live in the tri-state area, SNY Invitational showcasing 4 New York City high schools, a mini basketball tournament just to showcase their talent. One of the high schools in New York, Rice, they have this kid. He's supposed to be NBA worthy. Chance for, definitely going to play Division One. Check out Rice. They got some good players. You also have Cardozo High School, Benjamin and Cardozo High School. They have a very well-known coach, Ron Leclaro. Check him out. And boys and girls, who has produced tons of NBA players over the years, they are in this. And also, Lehigh is in it. Check it out. If you're in the tri-state area, you're going to see some guys who one day will be in the NBA. All right, that's it for the Thursday, January 28th edition of the Logan Sports Talk. I'm your host, Logan Miller. Watch the show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't worry if we're not on. Sometimes we change the schedule up a little, but normally Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Check it out, and we talk about everything. So you can follow us on Twitter also if you don't want to watch the show on YouTube. You become a fan on Facebook by just typing in Logan Sports Talk, and you can subscribe to us on YouTube. That's it for today. Hope you all have a good next couple of days, sports fans. I'll be here Sunday. Check the show out.